Hello everyone and welcome back to Learnosity's series of on-demand webinars. Thanks for joining us for our third long-term support webinar of 2022. For any viewers unfamiliar with our long-term support releases, they are strong, complete and stable versions of our APIs. And 3 times a year we release these production-ready versions of our APIs, which are then supported for 2 years. My name is Michael Sharman, I'm SVP of Product at Learnosity, and I'm based in our Sydney office. In today's webinar, we'll be looking at all of the enhancements and new capabilities from our latest long-term support release, 2022.3.LTS. And this release is all about enabling you to unlock innovation, which is the lifeblood of learning platforms. And learners today have become used to highly sophisticated digital experiences, and they expect the same level of sophistication from their learning experiences. The Learnosity assessment engine helps our customers keep learners engaged by powering modern learning experiences. And because we provide a continuous stream of innovation, your learning products will always move with the times. And this major release is just the latest in a continuous stream of updates and improvements to our gold standard assessment engine, courtesy of the 50+ specialized experts in Learnosity Labs. This time around, we're helping you easily integrate cutting-edge STEM capabilities with the help of our partner ecosystem, enhance learning experiences for accessibility users, reduce friction for your developers, and more. Let's just briefly run through what's new from our release on the 9th of November, covering the partner ecosystem, administration, accessibility, authoring, assessment, and the developer experience. For our partner ecosystem, we've helped you extend STEM capabilities with ease. In our administration area, our self-service administration area, we'll talk about how we've improved the platform management and we've enabled 2-factor authentication upon login to Learnosity console. In accessibility, we'll look at how we've given authors more control over the content that renders for screen readers. We've made multiple choice question types more perceivable for advanced content, and we've improved color accessibility within our reports API. In authoring, you'll see how we've extended the shading question type. This is particularly useful if you're doing spatial awareness questions. For assessment, we've now got a more flexible notepad. And in our developer experience, we'll talk about how we've added more consistent text-only buttons and streamlined the LTS upgrade work for your developers with some CSS tools. So firstly, let's talk about what's new in our ever-expanding partner ecosystem. For those unfamiliar with the Learnosity partner ecosystem, this is a community we've been building which brings together innovators of the edtech world. Our 2 newest technology partners provide innovative STEM features, which we've seamlessly integrated with Learnosity's APIs. Camp offers engaging visual learning experiences for maths with hands-on learning, while Alchemy boasts dynamic game-inspired interactives in chemistry visualization.
Camp digital manipulatives bring your content to life with visual and hands-on interactivity. Readily available from within Learnosity, Camp lets you focus on making great curriculum without the burden of developing and maintaining best-in-class digital manipulatives. Camp manipulatives are intuitive, easy to use, and look just like their real-world counterparts so that teachers can seamlessly use both together. Unlike physical manipulatives, Camp digital manipulatives feature unlimited parts, memorable animations, convenient annotations, built-in learning tools, specialized work mats, and so much more. Camp is fully integrated into Learnosity for plug-and-play simplicity. When activated, Camp appears in your Learnosity item list. You can include all Camp manipulatives as general use tools, or create activities tailored to your content. To create tailored activities, simply generate a Camp share code, input it into Learnosity's authoring tools, and save the item so it can be included in your content. When students perform activities, their work will be saved to return to or for teachers to view. For details about how Braining Camp can complement your content, please reach out for a personal demo.
Student-driven learning is best complemented by digital learning platforms that prioritize systems with discovery and exploration. Alchemy has created new interactive learning tools, starting first with organic chemistry and the GOB curriculum. Specifically for GOB, the Alchemy Interactive Suite allows for experimentation in a wide range of concepts with respect to structural patterns and bonding. The goal of this effort is to help students gain a set of skills that allow them to construct and understand scientific models. These skills are key to success, especially in chemistry. Alchemy's interactive learning tools will enhance existing chemistry content. These novel molecular interactives are intuitive to use and guide students with formative feedback as they check their progress. Students can also explore three-dimensional content while viewing traditional structural formulas to make the connection between visual representations. Never before have students been able to literally push arrows and watch electrons flow as bonds and geometries are transformed. Alchemy's interactive learning tools bring a new ability to experience and learn in a student-centered platform.
Next up, let's take a look at our new updates in administration. Learnosity Console just had a major makeover. We've refined the navigation structure to be more intuitive and made numerous UI improvements. So management of Learnosity implementations is now a lot smoother. We've just added two-factor authentication, or 2FA, when logging into Learnosity Console. So users' accounts now have an extra line of defense. To activate 2FA, if it's not already, customers can contact support. Next up, let's look at accessibility. Authors often need a way of overriding visible text to make screen reader interpretations more understandable and eliminate anything that might cause confusion. To tailor the experience for learners, we've enabled authors to alter any text content that the screen reader speaks aloud via the rich text editor. Let's look at a demo. In this fictional example, we have a question that uses a series of underscores to denote a blank space. The learner is supposed to select the correct choice that will go in the blank space. A screen reader user, however, will have this read out as a series of underscores. That's not helpful. With our authoring enhancement, you can now put a custom ARIA label around these underscores. For example, the text label, the visible label, remains as underscores. And we can put in a custom ARIA label of blank. We have an icon here that indicates to the author that they are using a custom ARIA label. And the screen reader will now read out, Jenny went to the shops so she can buy blank with her pocket money. This is a lot better experience for those using screen readers. Also in multiple choice, authors now have more control over the screen reader behavior for complex content. So content creators can now configure more complicated content like tables or complex math for easier navigation by screen readers. Let's take a look. Learnosity's multiple choice question tries to make smart decisions based on the sort of content that we might expect. Part of the design criteria is anticipating the different sorts of content that you might have within a multiple choice distractor. Plain text, formatted text, images, tables, math expressions, combinations of all of these. The enhancements we've made here are most relevant to tabular data and mathematical equations where you want the screen reader to be able to navigate either. In this fictional instance, the learner is asked to choose between 4 options where each option has tabular data. By default, the screen reader will read each row and column as a stream of text. In this instance, we want the user of the screen reader to be able to navigate the table, in which case we will now turn on this new advanced accessibility options, and for each distractor where we have a table, we're going to enable the new option that makes the visible content navigatable by a screen reader. Again, this is only relevant where you have tables or complex mathematical equations where you want the screen reader to be able to navigate the content. To make our Reports API more perceivable for users with visual impairments, we've updated the colors for most of our out-of-the-box reports. This color scheme now matches the Learnosity design system. Next up, let's take a look at the latest in authoring. We've updated the shading question type to help assess spatial awareness. Authors can now add colored borders to the canvas area, which provides essential context for question scenarios by indicating the position of elements. Let's take a look. Here's an example that you might find in a spatial awareness test. It's about perception. The learner is being asked to select the squares that make up the left side of the object below. In this example, we've used colors in the stimulus image and turned on the new border capability in the shading question type so that the learner knows which angle they are trying to represent. In this instance, the learner will be expected to answer this. And looking at the authoring, you can see how we've done it. You can choose a particular color for the borders and enable borders on 1 to 4 edges. In this instance, we've done the left and the bottom. Now let's look at assessment. Our Notepad feature allows students to capture thoughts while working out their answers. Several customers let us know that the limit of 1,000 characters wasn't quite enough for learners, so we've now increased the default limit to 2,000 characters. And lastly, let's look at how we've implemented the experience for the people who use our APIs every day, our customers, developers. The Learnosity design system, which is our library of standardized web components, continues to get better and better. We've replaced a range of text-only buttons across Questions API and Author API to make our UI more consistent. This is significant for your developers because it will save them time when customizing our products. When new long-term support versions are released, sometimes our visual design might slightly change. We've set up a special code repository that highlights CSS or cascading style sheets, differences between versions, so your developers can upgrade to our APIs faster and more efficiently. And that concludes our general overview of our third and final long-term support release of the year, 2022.3.LTS. And as usual, it's worth reminding that each release is a result of 4 months of hard work across the development, design, product teams in our efforts to help customers move at the speed of innovation, scale without limits, and achieve assessment excellence. We're already working on our next long-term support release, which will be 2023.1.LTS, which will be available in 4 months' time. Stay tuned for even more features then. As usual, if you have any questions about anything covered today, we're happy to answer them for you. Customers can log a ticket at help.learnosity.com. If you're not a customer, please email marketing@learnosity.com. We'll respond to all your questions as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and we'll look forward to hearing from you.